You're ungrateful. Get out and never come back. That was the last thing my mother said before I walked out. No suitcase, no goodbye. Just silence, thick enough to choke on. Her voice echoed even after the door shut. For a while I thought it was anger, just another storm in a house full of lightning. But I was wrong. It wasn't a storm. It was eviction, emotional and literal. Weeks later, my phone buzzed. "Dad, why haven't you paid the mortgage?" I stared at the screen, thumb hovering over the reply. My pulse didn't even spike. I typed, "Oh, I thought I wasn't welcome." And then it started. Calls, messages, guilt dressed as concern. They had no idea what they'd just triggered. Back when things were good, I believed my mother's version of love. It came in the form of lectures, expectations, and the illusion of sacrifice. "We do everything for you," she'd say, counting bills like trophies. I worked 2 jobs, paid rent, bought groceries, even covered the mortgage when Dad's hours got cut. They said it was temporary, that we were family, and family helps each other. But it was never help. It was control. When I was a kid, I thought the house was ours. When I grew up, I realized it was a cage, one I was paying for. Every cent I earned went into their comfort, not my future. Still, I stayed, until that night. It started small, the tension. My mom would go quiet whenever I came home. My things began disappearing from the kitchen. My mail opened before I saw it. I asked about it once. She smiled, cold and sharp. "You wouldn't understand. You're still a child." A child paying the mortgage. Then I found the paper. A notice on the dining table. Bank statement, mortgage details, all under her name, not mine. My payments, her credit. She'd refinanced the house using my contributions to lower her debt. My savings drained. My name nowhere. That's when it stopped being heartbreak. It became arithmetic. I didn't shout. I didn't confront. People like her feed on reaction. I went quiet. I let her think she'd won. I moved into a small apartment across town. Started sending my checks somewhere else, my own savings account. New job, new number, new locks. She thought my silence was submission. But I was studying her, watching from the edges, piecing together how deep her manipulation ran. Dad was just collateral, guilty by passivity. He never asked questions, never noticed that the woman he married was sinking both of them with her greed. So I planned, not to destroy, but to unmask. First, I cut off the autopay. No more mortgage transfers. No more bills in my name. I waited. 2 weeks, then 3. The first call came from the bank, not from them. "Miss, there's been a missed payment." I smiled. "Not my problem. The house isn't in my name." Then I let the silence grow. By the time Dad texted me about the mortgage, the cracks were already spreading. Mom must have realized the safety net she'd built with my money was gone. I let her stew in it. I replied just once. Thought I wasn't welcome. Her response didn't come that day. It came in screams through voicemail a week later. Accusations, pleas, threats, all blurring together. Then silence again. I didn't pick up. The revenge wasn't fire or fury. It was neglect. I just stopped playing my role in her script. When the bank repossessed the house, I read about it online. Local listing. Same beige walls, same porch, same curtains I'd picked as a teenager. For sale, cheap. She'd tried to refinance again, but with my name gone, her credit collapsed. I heard from Dad eventually. He called from a borrowed phone. "She blames you," he said, voice small. "She always will," I replied. He hesitated. "You okay?" "I'm free." And I meant it. A month later, I went back. Not to the house, but to the street. It looked smaller than I remembered. Empty driveway, overgrown grass. Ghosts in every window. I didn't step inside. I just stood there, letting the wind carry the last of her words away. Ungrateful. That was what she called me. Maybe she was right. I stopped being grateful for a love that came with receipts. Now, when my phone lights up, I don't flinch. Sometimes there's another message. Her number, blocked but persistent. Sometimes it's Dad, asking if I'll talk to her. I don't answer. My revenge wasn't about ruining her life. It was about returning ownership of mine. She taught me that love, when twisted, can be a weapon. I just learned to use it differently. The last time she called, she left a message. Her voice was brittle, like old glass. "We lost everything because of you." I listened once, then deleted it. Because she was wrong. I didn't take everything from her. I only took myself.